My name is Olabayo Balogun.
My name is Daniel Aloye Oyagha.
My name is Chiamaka Uzuegbu.
Mobolade Akinlua.
My name is Nwokeohuru.
My name is Igbigbi.
My name is Shoetan Abidemi.
The application process was pretty straightforward. Basically, we have to send our CVs to a particular email, and after that, I think there was an internal screening based on the CVs that were submitted, and then shortlisting, and then we had to take written tests. So, for some of us who were fortunate to pass the test, then we are called to come and resume into the fellowship.
First, I walked into the building. I knew I was up for an experience. I met my colleagues, and it was a beautiful start for me, and I'm glad I'm here now.
Okay, the first day I stepped in here, I felt fulfilled.
When I stepped my foot into this facility the very first time, I was blown away. First, it was my first time of hearing about this kind of a program. So my hopes and expectations were very, very high.
My first day was, I felt like a little fish swimming in a little pond, and then suddenly being asked to swim in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. It was mind-blowing. I had just recently completed the program, so I felt, okay, at least I know a bit about software engineering. And I got here, and then everybody was talking about some stuff that I didn't know anything about. Everybody seemed to know so much about so many things, and I was just like, okay. You know, when you come into a place and you feel as if, am I supposed to be here? It's like it's an advanced class or something. So yeah, that was how I felt like.
I learned .NET. So .NET entails using the framework to build desktop applications and cross-platform applications, basically. And the language I learned here is C#. So I've used it to actually build a project, and building one as well.
So I'm in the DevOps engineering track. DevOps has been wonderful. I've learned quite a lot. I can use a lot of tools I didn't know anything about 6 months ago. So far, I've learned how to, deploy applications.
While at the Bob, we've worked on different projects. Okay, personally, I've worked on a web scraping project that gives you details from Jumia sites, where if you need details from Jumia site, maybe if you need a detail from Jumia site to add to your own site, maybe if you have an e-commerce app or something, I need to pull data from different sites, you can just get a link from the link to the product you need and put it and insert it to the API and just get the data.
So I'm currently working on 2 projects at the moment. So the projects have taught me how to actually present my work in the most ordered way for separation of concerns, using architectures and modern tools to make my application functional and easy to use by the clients out there. So it's taught me how to model my work appropriately. It's taught me how to, bring in new solutions and use them very well, intertwined to bring out something very beautiful.
So I've built an e-commerce website, and besides the coding part and programming part, I've also been able to develop on my soft skills.
The soft skills I've learned so far is on emotional intelligence, how to relate how to work as a team, and also how to relate with your colleague at work too. Those are the soft skills I've learned so far.
Okay, during the program, we had different facilitators anchoring different aspects of the program. For example, we had back-end, we have front-end facilitators, and then we had Mr. Abib, for example, who was majorly in charge of soft skills. For me, the soft skills has really impacted me. Then I also learned from, coincidentally, the front-end facilitator and the back-end facilitators, they bear same name, Mr. David. So I learned from both of them. Beyond just teaching us how to write codes, they also taught us how to relate with humans, because software is not just about writing of codes. You need to understand how humans, you need to understand interpersonal relationship, because humans are going to interact with the product at the end of the day, not just machines. So they made us understand that it's beyond writing several lines of code. You need to understand a little bit of psychology, relationship, and all of that.
Okay, for me, one of the classes that stands out for me is the soft skills class by Mr. Habib. I came here with the idea of getting the technical knowledge, but I didn't factor in the soft skills class. So far it's been wonderful for me, because somehow it has helped me to keep me going. It has kept me motivated. It's like when the workload is much or when the pressure is much and I attend that class, it reignites my zeal and my passion.
If I take a stock of my life or my growth over the last 6 months, from when I started to now, I can boldly tell you that yes, I have some amount of confidence to be able to join any software team right now.
Okay, so while I was coming to the program, I had prior knowledge on some programming language and some skills before, but through the course of the program, I've been able to improve on various skills like my front-end skills, my back-end skills with the use of JavaScript, React, Node, and so on.
Well, before I came here, I had zero knowledge about programming, and this past 6 months, I can confidently say that I've learned more than enough to be a programmer.
Well, it has been a lot to take in. I learned a lot in the process, faster than I thought I would, and currently I am able to grapple with things that I would totally not have understood if I didn't come for the program.
The fellowship program so far has been a wonderful experience. It's been a wonderful transition for me from a place of having little or no knowledge to one that can be able to work with so many tools I had no idea about like 6 months ago.
For me, I think my learnings has been in different categories. In terms of skill acquisition, I can say that my software skills has really improved. As of right now, I can say that I can lay my hands on 1 or 2 projects. I can read and understand a little bit about codes. Unlike when I first started, a lot of things appear to me as strange. Right now, I have some level of confidence to when I see code.
Okay. So it's been deep and quite exhilarating for me. The experience has been worth it. I came in here expecting a lot, and I can say that my expectations have really been met, and I'm glad for that.
Compared to what I was when I was coming in, I would say I was not a software engineer back then. I just knew how to write HTML and CSS. But right now, like I feel as if if you throw a project at me, I can on my own sit down and engage.
Then the second thing was that I really learned is the interpersonal relationship, where I have to work with different teams. For example, it's not just about writing code and writing code. You have to, work with other people, other humans. For example, I work with other professionals, front-end developers, other back-end developers, DevOps. I work with the project managers. So it's a full team. And then I was also opportune to be present in a lot of stand-ups. So all of this added to my overall experience beyond just writing of code, so I really learned so much.
The goal for me is to keep building solutions. I'm very passionate about helping people, so this is I hope to help people through this way, building solutions that people can use over time to solve their needs, to solve problems.
I like to really push the boundaries of what I can do with software engineering. Like, even after this program, there's things I want to do that involves getting closer to the machine, being able to like I want to be at the level where you can throw projects at me and I'm able to understand it. I'm able to say, okay, this is what I need to do. This is the technology I need to work with and all of that.
For me, is to become a part of an organization and to apply the skills that I've gathered so far, and also to improve myself and get better than I am at the moment.
My advice to incoming developers into this fellowship is that the program is very intense.
Have base prior knowledge and base skills, prior knowledge of what you are of what you are coming in here to learn. Because when you come in here, you meet a lot of people with prior knowledge to what you are trying to learn. So for you to catch up and be at a very fast pace with them, you need to have prior knowledge, and you just need to be persistent.
You are going to have very little amount of time to yourself. You do a lot of reading, a lot of coding, a lot of role plays, stand-ups, and the like.
All right, so my advice would be, first of all, it's not all bed of roses. It's not just the way it sounds. It's going to task you. It's going to take your time. It's going to take your social life sometimes, but it's absolutely worth it.
And like they say, nothing good comes easy in life. So the same principle applies here too. This is a skill that will transform your career and your destiny. So you should be able to invest a lot of time into it to acquire this skill.
For those who are applying, I would say put in your best, do a lot of training on your own, learn a lot on your own, so that when you come here, it doesn't feel like, it's going to be a mind-blowing experience either ways, but at least you'll be able to keep up. It won't be overwhelming for you.
The thing I learned here is that knowledge is wholesome. So when you're coming to learn software development, you're not just learning to code, you're also learning interpersonal skills. You're learning how to relate with people. You're learning what works and what doesn't. You're improving on your soft skills, and this ultimately makes you a better person.
Thank you, the Bulb Africa.
Thank you, the Bulb Africa.
Thank you, the Bulb Africa.
Thank you, the Bulb Africa, for giving us this opportunity.